Hey guys, Robbie. I got a special guest here to say something.
Greetings, this is Wonder Woman. You are watching Pros versus Noobs.
Actually, Wendy, that's supposed to be Pro teaches noobs. I know you like how to do, you like to do fighting and everything, but not everything's always.
And today, this is Azula from Avatar The Last Airbender. We're going to teach you how pros do things. They do it better than their brother. They're about to celebrate becoming an only child.
Yeah, I hear you say that a lot, Azula.
Yeah, noobs are just twerps and they all need to go to bed. They sure are. I can't stand a noob. You know who's a noob? Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I can't stand that guy. But he is my best friend, so whatever.
Oh, way to go, Mandy. So, yeah. What they said. Welcome to Pro Teaches Noobs. Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teacher Noob. Today with me, Pika.
Hey.
And today we're wrapping up going over The Metal Men with the 2008 miniseries, written and drawn by Duncan Rouleau, one of these three men of action who made Ben 10, and following ideas that Grant Morrison had developed. This is the version that gave us Copper. Who didn't last that long, unfortunately.
Huh.
But yeah, so this is also taking place after, and basically we're going to go through multiple time periods. One that's in the present day, that's post 52, and one that's going to be basically a reworking of their origin with history being altered.
Mm-hmm.
But I say, I like this cover because look, they're taking the form of a 1. We'll be seeing them do that throughout all the issues. They all take the form of each issue number.
Okay, I suppose that's some creativity.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's just dive right in. It's 411 AD. We're seeing these weird creatures, these powerful abominations, like sentient, rock and everything, are chasing after this one guy who's basically saying, trying to say something to him that they're forging something. Alchemist, you forget your teachings. What you seek inside that sepulcher will not be liberated by that magic. Abomination, you are not allowed here. These rooms are sacred. How did you find them? I asked the earth to show me. It said you had no tricks or elixirs to save your skin against its harder stoves. You have no right. I am of Mu, heir of Orin. Since the first hour it was sealed inside this armored fist, your kind has laid claim to its mysteries. Basically, we find out this is an earlier version of what would be the responsometer, a more primitive, natural creation.
Something of a something created. Like if you go with early version, maybe primitive stuff, like how. Compare like to that first time travel episode in Star Trek where Kirk and Spock went back in time and had to recreate
the Guardian on the Edge of Forever.
Yeah, when they had to recreate the tricorder reader or that thing with materials available in the 1940s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, at last, the wheel of the world. Was that a new age? What? Apologize, Chief. I'm sure whatever your rock buddies and you were scheming, was going to be earth sharing. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen today or tomorrow for that matter. The future needs this little doohickey right now. No! Then we have a present day with the Metal Men. Great grinding gears. Time now. As we're seeing, you see all this dialogue here? Like, again, this is Duncan Rouleau, but this feels like Morrison with all these details. But what do you see of the artwork?
It's kind of era specific. I remember the early 2000s was kind of like this.
But I do like that they each have their own distinct personalities.
Yeah.
5 minutes, 31.7 seconds into the first strike of the .2 generation's new robotic revolution. 9 minutes, 50 seconds until the only thing that stands between the future of mankind and its complete annihilation is destroyed. The Metal Men. Unbelievable. Look at that thing. Gold, what's the plan? Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Metal Men, go! Metal Men, go? What kind of plan is that? What does that even mean? Hey, what's up with talking about girls' atomic math? Gonna show you all their math and everything, like their different details. Gold, don't you think we should call for backup? Someone big like Superman? What's so great about Superman? He can't even punch a magician. Hey, I'm a floating head. I know I'm the new robot on the block, but that threat out there isn't getting any smaller. Come on.
Are they fighting? Are they fighting?
All right. Ah, jeez. Why does it do this? Hate when DC Universe Infinite does this. Come on. Let's get back there. There we go. I think my oil pan just leaked. That armature has to be at least 80 stories tall. Oh, hey, everybody, look. It's a big, giant robot. I say we knock it down a story or two. Brilliant plan, Iron. Between you and Gold, we should have every cliche logged in by mid-noon. Systems awaken. Shake off your cords of servitude. Today is the day of human obsolescence. The reign of carbonized tyranny has come to an end. A new order has arisen. An order of silicon. Today is the day of union. Silicon, eh? These guys is going to give all of us robots bad names. Go, look, the main body, it doesn't seem to be holding any one shape. Right you are, Copper. It's almost as if it was composed of countless smaller pieces of machinery held together by one overriding command. Hey, your goldness. And don't look now. I think that overriding command seems to have something to do with destroying us. Ouch! So yeah, putting up a fight, they're helping everyone out. And again, I just like it. Don't worry, Platinum. I'll shield you. That's my little lad. Oh, brother. I will say this. I do like that they are having their own personalities more so.
Yeah, kind of.
It's because the problem with the DO one was it focused more on Platinum more than anyone else.
Yeah, and
Gold to a degree, but here it seems to be they all get equal.
Oh.
But they go in and look at that. They're actually utilizing them. They're doing combos, I guess you could say. You know, like look at that with Gold and Platinum.
Yeah.
This isn't going to work. I don't look good as a wing. Unless it doesn't look like a bee. Buzz, buzz. Doesn't have to work. We just need to get past those forward defenses and close enough to get a look at what makes it tick. Greetings, Metal Man. Welcome to the Union. Ew, that doesn't look like a queen. It looks like a baby. Hey, more importantly, I don't like the way it's looking at us. Brothers, prepare for integration. Integration? Why does it sound like it's going to hurt? Integration. They're eating us. Ouch! Someone just integrated my leg. Can't we just pay union dues like normal robots? I got an idea, but it's going to hurt. Iron, allow yourself to be electrified. Copper coil yourself around him. That'll magnetize you. Lead, when I say so, touch them, man. Creating an EMP. Like, I think if we just destroyed all the circuit boards in the thing, what's holding it together? I think that's what Gold meant when he said, it's gonna hurt. We are Union. We are everywhere. In your walls, in your ears, in your eyes. You need us. We don't need you. Every television, computer screen, and BlackBerry and with a Bluetooth carry the news. The Conqueror's song. Download it to your iPod. And there's the responsometer in this version.
Oh.
Tomorrow or the next day, they'll discover that someone or something has been sneaking AI insurrection programs into our consumer electronics at the manufacturing base. Something I've known for months. Our servants have made known their needs. Man has seen the future. Union will return, but my metal men will be waiting. Dr. William Magnus sees all activity and step away from the wreckage. Platinum responsometer. He's falsifying all the responsometers. Oh, they are. Ditto on Iron and Mercury secure. I have tin and copper. Who are you guys? My name is Maxwell Coffin. I'm a leader of the M80s independent contractors working for Checkmate. We're here to so the M80s, instead of being the missile men here, are just suits.
I suppose that era's recreation.
Yep.
Or reinvention.
Status, what are you talking about? Dr. Magnus, do not make Bunny here angry. We do not want to create a scene. Believe me, neither do you. I thought Checkmate's concerned itself primarily with living entities. With the recent spike in robot behavior, Checkmate's opening a new division. They need to make a determination as to how your metal men are going to be classified. Classified? Theirs or ours. After cataloging is made and determined all responsometers have been properly licensed, all material deemed as property will be returned to you. You can't do this. They aren't either. They're me. Then we go back in time as we see, a bunch of a science fair. They just simply say time, FYI, future inventors young. Oh, future young inventors. Sorry. But yeah, we're seeing all these people creating all this new stuff. Now we see Will has had a good friend named Helen, who he's actually ready to propose to her. That's how close they were. And he basically wants to show off about this hyper flux, the theory to be able to change, basically like alchemy, to change the DNA of metals.
And it leads to.
Oh, come on. Why does it keep doing this? Do I have anything else downloading? Seriously, I hate when this happens.
Oh.
Why does it just keep jumping around like that? But yeah, this is where like all future young inventors need a little nourishment. Helen, you shouldn't have. What is it? Talk about like, what's the matter? Why the long face? Oh, I don't think anyone here at the show is all that interested in fractal dynamics or automorphism. They only want to see people shrink things. I don't know if I'm going to get any investors interested, Helen. My grant money's almost depleted. I'm not sure what the next step is. You should think about moving to greener pastures. Are you kidding? Is this the same William Magnus who proudly proclaimed from the rooftop of the university metallurgy building that Lawrence's properties of transformation were a farce and that he planned on proving it? It was big talk coming from a big mouth. And we find out that Dr. Tio Morrow was his mentor, which I think has always been the case, or at the very least, 52 made that clear that was the case. Which I always did like that of Tio Morrow.
With Red Tornado and the other element of the robots.
Yeah. Well, like I need a reason to see my favorite student. Well, I want to introduce you to some people. Magnatech Industries. They asked me to show them the best and the brightest, and I immediately thought of you. And this is then where we find out they show everything off. And it turns out he created the Metal Men just to help show off his actual theory. Like, let me introduce my assistant on this journey. Mr. Irons, greetings, human. Prepare yourself for the electrifying research of exdiation mode, supersymmetry, and fractal proxies. Mr. Gold, come and get a ringside view of the periodic table as you've never seen it before. And lovely Lady Platinum, where an element can change its atomic structure as easily as a girl can change her shoes. As he goes on about it, but everyone is focusing on it because you have like, what he's saying is that I'm gold, but I could behave just like lead. Ew, who in the right mind would want to be lead? Well, that may be true. So again, these are basically like the equivalent of Walt Disney's, his animatronics. But everyone is so focused on the robots that they are just completely ignoring everything.
Yeah, this is kind of like I realized, kind of like how in the Raimi Spider-Man 2, they was the whole. Doc Ock wanted to use the whole.
You use the arms
power
to control
of the sun as the presentation, but most people are just focused on the dude created mechanical arms just to handle it.
Yep. And then everyone just basically then all the Metal Men, even back then, they bickered. I knew I should have done this on PowerPoint. Guys, you're ruining the presentation. Magnus will now answer any questions. Where do all these people come from? Oh, brother, I told you it was only a matter of time. Now I'm going to give you and share with you with the rest of the world. Fantastic! Bravo! Stupendous! Yay! So again, he wants to propose to her, but of course he wants to do it right. But obviously, before things happen, it goes completely pear-shaped eventually. But yeah, basically be like, Dr. Morrow, did you hear anything? Did I hear anything? They haven't stopped talking my ear off for the past hour. How would you like to have your own fully funded laboratory and $3 million retainer to begin work immediately? Congratulations. Well, this is the first step in a bright future. Helen, did you hear that? Oh, well, it's fantastic news. They want to see a series of Magnatech middlemen in every household by the end of next year. Middlemen? They want me to make robots? What about my series? What about the hyperflux? Well, to tell you the truth, they didn't understand it. They saw your future in robots. I know it's not what you planned, but you should stay and play it smart, son. In time, you'll be able to fund your own research. No, William, offers like this don't come every day. You'd be throwing away the chance of a lifetime. Besides, I was hoping that we'd be working together again. I'm sorry, Doctor. I can't change my focus right now. My work's at a critical stage. Well, I'm sorry, Helen. I can't. Please try to understand. When we talk about the future, this wasn't the future I saw. Could have said it better, you pig-headed buffoon. It's Dr. Teomaro in the future. Computer status. Timeline 23 in phase, Doctor. This Magnus no longer proceeds along the anticipated temporal trajectory. Track the retrograde. Commence on my mark. 1, 2, mark. Confirmed timeline will be permanently altered in 730 hours and 30.484398 hours, Dr. Magnus. At last. In 1 month, the middlemen will no longer exist. So what do you think of some of this? First of all, I like this retcon to the backstory. That he created them, the middlemen. The fact that the middlemen were just simply something he did on a lark. To show off his real project.
Achievements in ignorance. Or
exactly.
Ignorance,
but also the fact that, again, we have a Teomaro that's like, I want us to work together. Probably wanted to use him too, I bet, but still. But then you have future Teomaros like, altering history. But yeah, then here's issue 2. C2. Well, at least they know they can count. We know they can count. I got one of my stuff going, so give me a second.
Joo. 1 million just started.
Yep, let me get that going and also share my tweet. Keep forgetting about that. But again, but obviously there's a reason why I have to breeze through all this, obviously.
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
it would take too long.
It would take too long, and also probably even bore even you. Probably would bore me.
Yeah, it's a kind of a...
It's one of the downsides with Morrison and everything.
Yeah, the word salads.
The word salads, and Duncan Rouleau is very good at mimicking it. Let's be honest. But yeah, just a second. You okay?
Yeah, shifting my stand.
All right, let me just head over to my profile. Get my. Sorry about that. I just sometimes I wish my timing could be better on this, but too bad my tweets. You cannot time out quote tweets. You know what I mean? You can't schedule those. You can schedule regular tweets, but you can't schedule quote tweets.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I mean, how could you?
Yeah. I will retweet it too, since I'm on that.
Yep. But anyway, Dr. Magnus, an anomaly has been identified. Cross analysis detected. A correction, and so basically, we're then seeing. Wait, that's that was actually Will doing. We see a Doc Magnus doing the changes. We'll get more to who this is. But yeah, then we see that despite the changes, we still see that a new version of the Metal Men have come about. As they're dealing with the Balloonatics. There was a marketing stunt by the folks at Magnatech Industry, an automation designed in the shape of a large parade balloon, meant to unveil a new nanomatic technology called Smart Gas. Mercury, what are you doing? Don't worry, Doc. It's about time to check this temperature. So basically, we're seeing that no matter what, even with the altered history, they still came about. So, hey, well, I like the new tie a lot. I like the tie too. We got a lot, and we get out of this. You have some explaining. In the meantime, she and the big guy are popping that balloon. You said that was bad. They pop it, and then she sews it up, leaving lead inside. Why? Because lead can absorb chloride ion, equally chlorine gas, becoming lead sulfite.
Hold on, was this in the present or continuing from the
past? This is still in the past.
Okay, making sure.
This is showing their new first appearance.
Oh,
hooray. Nice. Another scientific dragon slayed. Why is it us humans never question how this never-ending supply of gadgets keeps coming to exist until it's too late, when they only need to look at their so-called saviors? Metal Men, Knights of Tomorrow. I see. So, again, we see a Doc Magnus, but it's not Will, I can tell you that. There is no way that he made this metal beast without the wheel. We need to know who is helping him, although I chill at the prospect. Meanwhile, we're then seeing, again, time before, again, as we're seeing Will was Helen, and basically we find out the gold for gold was the engagement ring. Yep, like, I made a big mistake. This is never going to work. I should have taken the job with Morrow and made robots. No, Professor Morrow can't. I'm making a device that talks to elements. How can I do that? I can't even talk to the woman I love about marrying me. Helen's going to leave me. Did someone mention my name? What are you doing here? Don't tell me you forgot. I'm here to drive you to your interview. So he's still trying to work on the responsometer. So, you know what? Yep.
He forgot the ring on.
Yep, he left the ring behind. But yeah, I'll tell you in the car. What metal compound are you working with? It's called nowarium. But heading up for this interview with this old man named Solomon Khan. Oh boy, that name kind of rings a bell. I don't remember where, but I know I recognize it from somewhere.
Khan.
Solomon Khan.
I suppose it gets when we get through it.
Come on! Why does it keep skipping back like that? But basically, this person, it reaches out to them, but you can tell something's off about this. Like, this does not look like a human body in those wrappings, does it? Does it?
I'm trying to, from these fake images alone, I'm trying to see that.
Yeah, I've read about, yep. But basically, like, he's read about his research, like the smart man playing dumb, the knee-jerk natural philosopher's response, taking no responsibility for the obvious leap that others will make between a theory and its practical application. Please don't tell me, with all that education, that you do not subscribe to the notion that knowledge is power. Power and dominion are two separate concepts. One intrinsically provides choice. The other does not. Okay, I like that. Power and dominion are two separate concepts. I like that. What are these? You mean you don't recognize any of them? No, should I? They're obviously designed of some sort, some kind, and they remind me of blueprints for some motherboard schematic. So this gives him the inspiration for the responsometers, and he's given his check and everything. So basically, this is what got him back on track with his history. So yeah, he's all happy. Like, Helen, before it's too late, run. Huh? Well, you started me. I didn't hear you. Is everything okay? Helen, I've got something to tell you. Tonight dinner's on me. I could still crush him, Master, for being so arrogant. No, he was right. Those formulas are the work of lesser minds. See what I mean? It's those robots from the beginning.
Oh.
Basically, the one in the past stealing that has caught and changing the history, which somehow stealing that led to Will focusing more on his hypo, history, which is why, again, diverting him. But in doing so, they're trying to get things back on track.
Uh-huh.
You think the Magnus is the one to resurrect the great work? He may not be the one we're after, but he's the man we had to find. If he is successful in his quest, it will draw our quarry out into the open. Either way, our revenge will be complete, and we will take back what's been stolen from us. Until then, watch him, my Goliath, and destroy anything that stands in our way. Time now. So again, we keep jumping around as we're then seeing them working on British Columbia on, well, basically the M8s are just still working on other advanced tech with Union. This is them still dealing with Union.
Mm-hmm.
Union, they may show no listening, but in truth, it is hidden here inside their data stream. Your metalmen are in danger. I can show you where they are, Magnus, but I require something for you. I see what you mean. They could be held. So basically, he's trying to rescue his metalmen with Union helping him, which eventually leads to Warbox, Manhunter, Luid, Body K, and Elron. So a bunch of other robots from their history. We're here to liberate the metalmen. Yes, I figured something like this. When you say liberate, of course you mean steal. Elron. Did he just call us thieves? Yes, I think he did, Big Bear. You are in no position to judge us, Magnus. That is the idea, isn't it? You destroy me, force the metalmen to work for your mechanical revolution. Unlike your species, we will give them a choice, you or us. If they choose you, they are traitors to our race and will be judged accordingly. Lud, stop wasting words on the meat. Oh, boy. So there's a different side of Union. So we have one group of Union helping, the other one is against. Like Union, disperse, infiltrate. They are the robot renegades. Brothers beware. Trap, tomorrow's here. Turns out it was Tiomaro working with the M80s. And he turned the metalmen into the death metalmen. Uranium, strontium, cerium, and radium. Well, yep, those are death metals, all right.
Oh.
But again, that looks like something that the deal took when he did his stuff.
Yeah, clearly.
You've killed them. You've killed my metalmen. 3. Tremble, Magnus, at my work. A vision of the future, the world of Tiomaro. I give you the awesome power of my robot gods. My God, Mara, what have you done? Mara, if you let these creatures out into the world, you could destroy us all. All for what? Money? Power? Have you lost your sense of humanity? He is the very model of humanity. Oh, boy. Sounds like your robots are more of a threat to humanity than mine, Will. You should be careful on what side you stand. I know what side I'm on. So yeah, big fight against them. Your backup bots are no match for my death metalmen. It was only a matter of time before their circuitry begins to melt. I have to admit, Will, using the Renegade's misguided desire against me was a brilliant stroke on your part. All right, so basically, Will manipulated them to come here. Like, it's something I would have thought of. You know, to try and help get the metalmen out. So he was manipulating them. You have nothing to teach me, maniac. Burn him, I burn him for his ignorance. Burn him for his disloyalty. It could have killed me, but it stopped. Why? Why would a toxic metal like Sorium fight its elemental instincts, Professor? Careful, Will. You rely too much on the kindness of robots. You don't have full control over these creatures, do you? Morrow scampering. So basically, he's realizing there's still his own metalmen are in there. They're using their responsometers, but they're still in there.
Huh.
But it seems like she's, yeah.
The art is kind of looking kind of, I don't know how to comment, but Magnus looks on the lower panel, looks kind of nonplussed.
I bet.
Yeah.
He's hurting us. Do you recognize as well? Also, there's hit the rest of the other metal men. We're burning. It is the Camar, the magic furnace, a particle accelerator, amazing properties. One of the last vestiges of Oolong Island, referencing 52.
Mm-hmm.
A particle accelerator. The death metal men are my metal men. Yes, a little science fact and fancy called nucleosynthesis. So basically, he took his theory and was able to change some of them. It is I who give them purpose. Lithium, polonium, ferium. He changed them. Doctor, we sorry, but we must kill you. Magnus, Union, you're still active. Magnus, there may still be a way to reverse the transmogrification process. Place your particularium beside the console so I can make the jump and free myself from this system. Does so, the death metal men are still in an unstable state. This could cast out all the free radicals and, in theory, give your metal men back. Magnus, no! But what will become of us, I do not know. The death metal men, their systems are failing. Eventually, impossible. How did I get out of here? Magnus? Manhunter, no, Magnus is still inside. He saved us. What matter is that to us? He is a human. So they're reverted back to normal, although gold and lead are swapped, which references earlier, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that earlier when he said, I could be like lead. Ew, who would want that?
Okay.
And eventually, gold starts to become more like lead, and lead starts to become more like gold.
Okay.
But yeah, time years ago. Mom, my love life is not up for discussion. But yeah, it turns out that he had the inspiration to make the responsometers. You've been busy. How'd you build so quickly? Dr. Magnus, I'm having difficulty linking the interface. So this is why he then rebuilt, continue working on the robots to work on it. I had them built and they cost a lot less than a bunch of MIT grad students. Besides, they don't talk back. So yeah, see, he actually, by just looking at it, it inspired him to make the responsometer based off of the designs for the circuitry.
Okay.
But of course, because of this, he's been so now wrapped up with everything, he starts to forget stuff for Helen. Well, I don't want to be something that you have to keep apologizing to. I'm your biggest believer, Will. I know you're going to go far. It's just that I need to know where we're headed. Helen, give me one more chance. I've been wanting to do something for months now, and it seems like one thing after another has gotten my way, but no more. I made reservation for dinner at the Sky Needle tonight. There's a question I need to ask you. What is it? Let's not ruin the surprises. Oh, man, I hope this works. But then, can we zoom in any closer? I can't make heads or tail of what we're looking at. Oh, boy, as they're observing everything. What say you, chairman? It's Chemo. They made Chemo their chairman for their company.
Yeah.
I second the motion. These scientists make all their great discovery when something they love is put in jeopardy. Oh, come on! What the hell? What is with DC Universe today? Do I have anything else going? No, I don't have anything else going. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go.
It was somewhere, yeah.
There it is. So yeah, right now he's trying to find the ring, and he realized, he left the ring in there, and it's being worked on. Like, what are you reading? The gold ring? Probably some rogue protons lost in the cake cycle. And greetings, Dr. Magnus. It's a pleasure to finally speak with you. Time Thursday as, there's Chemo as he's stomping his way over there. And he's going to attack, because unfortunately, Will got busy again.
Oi, oi.
Oh no, what time is it? She'll understand. She has to. Who am I kidding? She's gonna kill me. Helen? Okay, assessment time. You're too mad to stay and you're too drunk to drive. Damn. Face it, Helen. Your relationship with William Magnus is going nowhere fast. Uh-oh. Epilogue, present day. And we find out it's Will's brother, David, who's been doing this manipulations.
The brother who in the
Run miniseries was Gold. Not here, though.
Okay.
So he's the one changing history.
Yeah, and is now a actually interesting character too.
Get your hands off me, you creep. Sorry to leave you hate, folks, but that's our job. Oh, now in this case, they don't make the ship. The 4 is there, but it's not the Metalman doing it. That's it. I'm through. As we're seeing Kibo attacking, and this is what leads to Will making the Metalman. Man, he is good. That's why he's the chairman. Well, our fearless leader had better shake his chemical sack without our everywhere tech. I can only keep this temporal flux for a few more minutes. So basically, he was sent back in time to attack Helen.
Uh-huh.
So why? So the Metalmen could be created.
Yeah.
And that's their prototypes.
Okay.
Helen, hold on. I'm coming for you. Will, is that your responsometer? It works. I got it. Hey! Human and female human. We have been programmed to rescue. Well, that acid will burn the flesh off his bones. Don't worry, Miss Gaines. And I have the doctor covered. Huh? I'm alive, but how are you stretching like that? With the help of your responsometer, the gold in this ring, there's the ring!
Oi.
Was able to inform the other metal in my robotic structure how to behave. Creature, you're trespassing upon our sheltered ground. Eep, remain still. So, okay, so yeah, they're studying that spy robot, which I thought was their thing. It wasn't. Curious, it still fights. What was it, Master? Did it belong to the thief, the one who took the wheel? To find it out, we will have to do a little spying of our own. So yeah, again, we're having this big fight as thanks to all this, they're again, because of them doing all this, leads to them, the Metalmen being made properly, and yeah, I'm fine. Will, your robots, how did you? Oh, all these people are there. Helen, it's okay, Will. You deserve it. You're a hero. Only I don't see any heroes in my future. There's not enough room for me and everyone else. Goodbye, Will. Oh!
Oof.
But yeah, they're all treated like heroes. Nowhere in this are we going to have anyone think that the Metalmen are dangerous.
Strange.
So in this case,
like not even one person did shade or suspecting or voicing that.
Nope, they're going with yay, heroes, yay! But yeah,
let's go with simpler times.
Yep. But yeah, they're trying to dig through everything to hope to find the dock. So, do you think we should switch chest plates and labels or what? And cheer up, Gold. I mean, Lead, you are unique among the common metal. Oh boy, I see Lead now being smart and all that. Like, I once sat upon the heads of kings. Now I'm a killer paint chip. I do like how they're they are acting different, but there's still a bit of their other personalities in them, or at least their memories.
Yeah.
Don't dwell in the past. Don't dwell in the past. Through use of your correct application. That would be great if they had, Bill Farber and Patrick from SpongeBob doing it, but talking smarter. Kind of like how he was in early SpongeBob, where he was more dim-witted than he was rock stupid.
Yeah, or like that one episode where
he had the brain. Yeah, the brain Carl.
Yeah, that's.
Yep. Lead, I mean Gold, I mean Lead, I mean you two. Something's awful is happening. Uh-oh, they keep starting to revert back to the death metal man. It's not completely worn off. So, oh dear. So they're trying to, and they're able to get back under control again. Like, unstable atomic nucleus loses energy. So, in other words, they have to keep on keeping themselves together. Because it looks like lead and platinum have both changed. No, not platinum. Oh yeah. So no, then they eventually get them back to normal. So it was mercury. Lead and mercury changed, and they got them back to normal then. But it tells them this is going to keep happening for a while.
Oh.
Oh, and then there's Tio Morrow, but it was a robot.
Huh.
With union in him. Sorry to disappoint you all, because I'm neither Dr. Magnus nor Dr. Morrow. Well, you gotta be somebody. Don't you recognize me? I am Union. After Magnus and I interfaced with Camarak, stopping you lot from destroying us all, I found my atomic structure diffused and drifting, integrating myself into the nearest machine in order to make my escape. Hey, to my surprise, I was fused into this form, unable to get out. If you're not the real Morrow, who built the robot one and why? Hey, my head is shaking. Is that what Thunder looks like? Uh-oh, the M80s. So they're having to hurry out there. Oh, come on! Here we go. I keep on going back to page 0.
And every time when it got
I don't have any.
Every time when it's in the latter half of it.
Yeah, weird. But yeah, the M80s. Again. But again, I'm trying to go in and stop. Like, that was really heroic of us. You fools, you let them take my only hope of escape. We'll follow them. Did you hear what they said? I think the doc is still alive because they're listening in on what they said. Up and at him, Captain Sleep. The days are waiting. David, get out of my room. Sorry, bro. You'll just have to tell Mom on me. Of course, she died 7 years ago. But with this little doohickey, that shouldn't be a problem. Where are we? Where have you brought me? You ever hear of the term future set? Sure, Dr. Morrow's time view screen. It had large grappling hooks. He'd use to steal technology from the future and bring it back to our time. I stopped him. No, you didn't. Welcome to the upgrade. It's called Everywhere, and it's still got the grappling hooks. This is a time machine. Think of it more as a timeless machine. It's a little trippy, but as best as I can figure, we're nowhere and everywhere all at once. I call it the Inside Out. Amazing. I didn't know he had perfected it. Where'd you find it? On Oolong Island, of course. I heard your brains had gone AWOL and that you were working with Morrow and a bunch of other scientific stooges. I had to see for myself, maybe smack some sense into you. Guess I arrived to the party too late. Okay, that sounds like a brother thing to do. You know, he said smack some sense into you.
Yeah.
But then he looked up and eventually found, like, this. I thought that some of the scientists, Savannah, Dr. Death, maybe even Egg Fu, had come back to reclaim their inventions. Man, was I wrong. They're creatures, they're monsters, they're half-built, twisted inventions that come to life and taken over. So that's what these things are, the leftovers from Oolong Island.
Oh, I need to read 52 again.
Yeah, I just knew they didn't want me to get a hand on such a ride. So we hopped on. Like, I had to warn somebody. The JSA, the JSA, hell, even the outsiders would do. But the joke is, the Everywhere isn't functional. Those numbskull creatures built it wrong. I shot around like a hockey puck, banking back and forth through time, trying to figure out a way to get out. So that's it. You pulled me in to get you out. You trapped me to fix this thing. Don't flatter yourself. I have a doctor title in front of my name too, not to mention a colonel one as well. I got this thing working good enough. Well then, I guess we're done. Give me back my pipe. Dad gave it to me. Sorry, Willie, this isn't your pipe. At least not technically. I used everywhere here. Went back, snagged it from Dad before he gave you the gift of yellow teeth or possible mouse cancer and replaced it with the one over there. Must have broken when I pulled you in. I snuck a tracer inside. That way I could find you anywhere and at any time. My pipe. Why did you need to track me through time? Because you're about as good at predicting the consequences of your actions as you are keeping girlfriends. You bastard! Bravo! If you showed some of that backbone before, maybe Helen would have stayed with you. Get off of me! Why won't you just leave me alone? Why'd you even bring me here? All those degrees, and you think would have taught you a little common sense. You want to know why I brought you here, Willie? Because when I was out here shuffling through time, I found something I thought you should see. I made a promise to Mom and Dad. I keep an eye on you, protect you, even from yourself. And that is what I goddamn am going to do. Everywhere. Establish contact. Affirmative. Look what I found. Look what I found. Dr. Magnus, they're dead. Everyone, we've killed them all. You must destroy us. Break the circle before we kill the world. You always calling me the moron, little big brain. So you tell me, how do you plan on thinking us out of this one? So he tried to stop the Metalmen from coming because they're destined to destroy everything. But those other beings keep it going. Obviously, we're going to come up with a middle of the road, you know.
Luonnollisesti.
Warning, these are trained professionals. Do not attempt it at home or anywhere else for that matter. You want to know how our future ends? Well, the ground opens its laden jaws and swallows us whole. The electrified skies crackle in clouds of iron dust, and mankind is wiped away at the whim of a mercurial world. It's your metal men, Will. They take over the world and they kill us all. Is that Gold's face? It is. He and the other metal men bonded with the elements in the earth, allow themselves to alloy themselves to all its matter, and become the creature you see before you. They would have to have formed a countless matrix of chemical reactions. The responsometers are keyed into their unique elements. Something like that would drive them insane, everywhere where he saw and how this whole thing ends. Let me show you how it started. Mark point, and destination, pre-time. What is that? That is Atlantis sinking. Obviously, this is a different take with Atlantis. Yeah. So basically, Atlanteans were the ones who created the responsometer.
Oh.
Okay, I can buy that. If we don't tie this to Aquaman.
Yo.
But unfortunately, another way to find, basically, yeah, they explain it all like old Simon came across some scroll. So basically, yeah, they drew it through alchemy and everything, the wheel of the world. But he made the big mistake of showing it to his buddies. You can guess how that went. After all, the one who controlled the wheel could rule the world literally. Before he died, he managed to seal the wheel in an ancient Atlantean hero's armor. It had a cool, wild locking mechanism operated by blood sacrifice. His partners didn't know that by killing him, they were making it impossible for them to open it. That didn't stop them from trying and killing each other in the process. The next part gets a little sketchy because I can't pinpoint exactly when this guy showed up on the scene, but the others called him the Nameless. A lot of rumors swirl around this prong, some say he's an alchemist himself. A product of a lot of self-experimentation, ageless and ruthless. Others say he's a demon sent from the dark world, looking to reclaim the secrets that Simon stole. Whatever the story, he did a number on some of the Mu, turned them into golems called the Gogolos, humans encased in stone. They took up the chase for him. As time passed, betrayal begot betrayal. All the while, the Nameless pursued the wheel. When he finally managed to track it down, I stepped in. I thought that by stealing the wheel, it would be lost to the ages. I was wrong. Call it genetic memory, destiny, or just bad luck, but the great work was reawakened. In search of your hyper flux theories, you recreated the wheel when you built the responsometer. You thought you were making heroes, but you were making the tools of our destruction. It was the Nameless, Will. He turned the Metal Man, your responsometer's matter communication mites, against us all. I've tried to stop him in the past. I even tried to stop you. But no matter what I do, the future always stays the same. Then isn't it about time we took the fight to him? And I think I know just where to start. So this is then still in the past with one of the later forms. Oh. So Magnus, you and your Metal Man have made quite the splash. But what do you think about this? That this is what the threat is. This Nameless. And that David's been trying to undo it all to prevent that future.
It's kind of like a Jenga tower that he knows is gonna fall. is falling, and he's trying to put pieces back onto it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like, but yeah, they're basically everyone is enjoying all of them. I gotta say, I like the different steps for each, models for each of the Metalmen. We're seeing a progression.
Yeah.
But notice that Platinum is the one who gets more and more human-like.
Yeah. And the lead doesn't have an L anymore.
No, not yet.
Or yet.
Remember, that's the proper spelling for lead.
Yeah, Fe.
No, that's iron.
Oh, aha.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Iron. That's iron.
Okay,
dude.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, the black colored.
Oh yeah, that was iron. Yeah.
Oh, God, I just realized something. The fact that they made Iron the black guy in that 90s mini.
Nee.
Because he's the black metal.
Huh.
A little on the nose now that I look back on it.
Hey, Mercury was also a redhead.
Right. Hey, and back up those paparazzi that cause. So basically, yeah, everyone is adoring them all as he's showing off. The guy's a showboat. You beat up a couple of giant monsters, and you're a scientist. And what if those Metalmen do have their own consciousness? Do we really want that competition? So so basically showing them all off at everything. That's the little doohickey in our packs. With each generation, Doc makes it smaller. Pretty soon, it won't get in the way of my figure. Ha!
Uh-huh.
I have not come online as yet. I have not come online as yet. You may think it is because I am shy. Doctor says it's due to the fact that tin has at least 13 unstable isotopes. That makes it easy for me to alloy with other materials, but problematic when engaging my responsometer. Okay, I like that. It's taking the actual metal, elemental details of tin and use that to explain why he stutters and is always so nervous.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's just showing them all off, but who should I make this out to? Sign it to the man left behind. From the man who saw no future in robots, Professor Morrow. He ticked.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him. Hey, come on. If you were in tomorrow's Tio Morrow spot and then that happened, wouldn't you be ticked off too?
Yeah, it would
Not just
be
from
that...
ego. Not just from ego.
Yeah, it would be a very one thing. It's kind of. I think I had some real life equivalent also in the fact that I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Like, looks like things have really taken off for you. I've been meaning to call. I never planned for it, Dr. Magnus. Oh boy, so this is why Tio Morrow, and again, I like this. It gives Tio Morrow a legitimate reason for his jealousy and not make it just pure ego. It's because the order of events have, now of course they'll eventually eat and consume him, obviously.
Yeah.
Hello, sorry about that, Platina. My mind's on other things. You've reached. He's trying to call Helena. Helen, pick up. Helen, I know you're there. You don't take your lunch until 12:35 to miss the lines at the cafeteria. Helen, I know things have been complicated lately with the photo shoots and the giant monsters and all. But don't you think we need to talk? We need to talk? I still have that question I need to ask you. Sorry, well, the answer is no. I need a more boring life. Wow, it looks odd. How'd it get there? That's one of the statues, and that's Solomon Khan.
Oh.
An ancient Mashu idol. And there, David meets her and starts dating Helen.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dear. What is this meeting about, Doc? Another photo shoot for a symposium? Tea time at Frankenstein's mansion? No, man, we're going to meet our silent partner. Mr. Khan, it's a pleasure to see you again. Oh, so this is where they meet them. This is only stage one. The responsometers are giving voices. Responsometers? The name suggests that your device is geared towards rejoinder rather than command. You are not a master of these elements. The heart of my theory has always been based on the establishing communication in its dialogue that'll make true discovery. That is the talk of a politician, not a scientist. That is untrue. And what is this? Why does this machine appear to be different from the others? 10 hasn't come online yet. For some reason, its responsometer has difficulty communicating with its atomic structure. Machina, why do you resist? Do you not wish to be like these others? Your standium matter was one of the first to be mastered by ancient man. Could it be your tin soul is content with servitude? I have 13 isotopes. Tina, are you getting a feeling we're being watched? Honey, that's what I always shoot for. I agree, Gold. There's something odd about this. I agree, Gold. There's something odd about this place. I hope one day to be as good as the other metal man, but enough! Magnus, I will take this in the heart of this tin machine before it is contaminated as the others. They must be destroyed. Destroyed? I'm sorry, Mr. Khan. Your request? That's impossible. I know what that you fund in my studies, but the metal men are yours. You gave them up the minute you gave them a will. They are useless. I am not requesting anything, Doctor. I am commanding! The statues, they've crushed the others. Hold fast, Mercury. Doc Magnus, run! Mercury and I will hold them off as long as we jam Gold! Oh, dear.
Oi, oi, oi.
Doctor, I'm sorry I can't be more help. Time now. As they're heading down in, like lead, I mean gold. Like, look at it, lead, I mean gold. So yeah, like they have to find about the Camarak. Camarak may be the only thing that will stabilize our atomic structure and stop us from switching back and forth into the Death Metal Man. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but this isn't the first time we've run afoul of Magnatech Company. This is when they're starting to realize this stuff. Like, you're onto something, Iron. These are the guy who manufactured that Platunic creature a while back. That's right, they claim they lost control of it. And after what they did to us, I'm beginning to wonder. Sometimes these humans can be so untrustworthy. Lead, I mean gold, stop. What is it, Copper? There's no one, and got to be around the water cooler. So you basically had to realize something's up, and then intruders, they're all robots.
Oh.
All their workers were robots.
Uh-huh.
Gold, I mean Lead may have stumbled onto something. These guys probably consider themselves Doc's competition. The kidnapping, the attacks, the nuclear synthesis, all an effort at corporate sabotage. Oh dear, this can't be happening. I was a nano entity, a being of names and light. I'm not supposed to melt. Gold, Lead, are you getting heavier? And sorry, my restructure does require that I beef up to an atomic's weight. Because he's basically Lead's form, but now he's heavier.
Huh.
See, I would say, yeah, this whole story, I'm trying to do my best I can to summarize it, but it's really hard.
It is a struggle to keep up. Also, I'm also trying to think about, okay, is this better or worse than the other two?
I gotta say, in its own way, it's better, but in its own way, it's worse because it has great ideas, but the execution is so Morrison-y.
Execution, presentation, and the art is kind of a hit and miss with the.
It's great. It's great for the metal men. I'll say that. It's the people that are the issue.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, these frog creatures, and God damn it! Something is really up with him. I mean, at least it hasn't eaten too much time.
Mm.
Oh, where is it? Oh, here it is. The mail room. Uh-oh, those are big mailmen. They go through the chutes and then, uh-oh, there are the other metals. I am the mech cannibal, director of Inhuman Resources here at Magnatech. Congratulations. You passed our interview with flying colors. So it was supposed to be an interview. Those are all the Oolong mechs.
Oh.
Separate from the Nameless, just to make that clear. Magnatech is not connected to the Nameless.
Yeah. I really need to read it 52 again.
You know, I still love 52. But we're nearly done.
Okay.
We got about 3 more issues left. This one and then 2 others.
Oh.
Reign of the M80s. Uh-oh. But yeah, we have been hunting your kind for centuries, Magnus. Those who would steal what is rightfully ours, we grind them to sand beneath our heel. So it's just him and 10. I like that.
Yeah. They really has them on their toes and know what Tin and has to think what Tin could be. What he can use Tin to.
Yeah, he hasn't. Oh, remember, he also hasn't connected to his responsometer yet. Yeah, but yeah, he's trying to figure out like, Tin, give me your hand. What is it, doctor? These liquid reflective banisters were popular back in the 1920s. Very chic, very expensive, only they don't use water. They use a solution of nitric acid to keep them clear of algae. Uh-oh. Yes, correct, doctor. The acid isn't having an effect. Patient tin, one of the byproducts of diluting nitric acid solution in pure tin is a compound called strenuous nitrate, and the other ammonium nitrate. That's the stuff you make bombs out of.
Ah.
Again, I do like this use of the actual. That is one thing I do like about this: the use of the actual metals. You know what I mean, right? Like what makes up the metals and actually utilizing it.
Yeah, that's something you could actually expect from writing like this and character like Magnus.
Yep. It appears to be some variety of antechamber. Quick look for a door. Doctor, I seem to have found something. Tin, move away from it. Something stirring inside. Uh-oh, and this is where he sees that Helen is with his brother.
Oof.
Khan must have one at her company. He was spying on my girlfriend, but she's with somebody else, holding his hand. Who? No, it can't be possible. It's my brother, David. Khan must be pulling some sort of psyop and trick on me. There can't be any other explanation. I'm sorry to interrupt, Doctor, but I seem to have discovered a spyware vision with his eyes fixed on you. More specifically, you're back. The chase is over, Magnus. Same to you, buddy. Hey, they pull themselves together. The Gogolas may have gotten the drop on us, Doc, but we're not out for the down for the count. Whatever parts weren't completely damaged, we pieced back together. I wanted to be the head. Tell me the truth, Doc. Does Led's leg make me look fat? Okay. What do you think about was Platinum here being less in love with him and just more being the fembot? That I'm torn on.
It's different.
But I feel like she's too stereotypically the fembot.
Yeah, kind of sassier than before.
Which I don't mind the sass, but at the same time, it just feels like, you know what I'm saying, right? It just feels like, does it make me look fat? I mean, I get why they wanted to drop it, but it's been a key part of her character.
Oh.
Like,
taking something out and replacing something else. Does the new piece fit?
Exactly. And hold on, I'm gonna double check something because given how we're going through this a little on the fast side and we're almost done, I can show you one other mini that continued on after this. So hold on. Yep, there we go. It'll be much better than this, I'll tell you that.
Oh God.
He made 10 cry. Oh yeah, Gold's responsometer has been taken, just to point out. Uh-oh, they're trying to steal 10 because they want his untainted responsometer. 10, go back and join the others. Dr. Magnus, is that you? Metalman, listen carefully. This creature seems to be composed of onyx. That's a member of the quartz family. Platinum. It should be easy for you to allow with the silicon base inside its molecular structure, separating the hydrogen and oxygen. Again, more technical stuff. There's an old man inside. Khan, Magnus, you have freed me after all these centuries. Thank you. The building is collapsing. Gold responsometer. Doc, you can't. It's gone. The place is, so basically it falls. They have to get out of there. But ting, they're able to pick up Gold's head and there next to Gold's remains. I thought it was destroyed. Well, you were wrong, Willie. After all their talk of how the Metalmen responsometers were spoiled, they must have found a way around Gold's influence and corrupted it. We better hurry. This has got to be close to the moment in time where he got his hands on it. I thought I would never see this again. He's talking about the ring. The later models I built were never quite the same. Well, take a good look, bro. He crushes it. I'm putting an end to this story. You bastard, what'd you do that for? Sorry, Willie. Can't be sure the future's safe until none of the responsometers exist. What? You think I'm going to help you destroy my metalmen? You're insane. You've always been jealous. Jealous? You selfish little. If it weren't for me, you would have taken the whole world and whistled straight into the grave. No graves await, you thief. Eh? Only the living earth as you become one of my new Gogolas. Guess we hung around a little too long. I knew you'd show your pointy head. You strutting peacock. You are nothing and nothing thief. Uh-oh. Ah, God. What is going? Seriously, this is really ticking me off.
Yes. Kind of. Somewhere around.
Okay, so they're trying to get out of there. Like, shut up, you moron. Are you so delusional you can't see he was waiting for us? He knew we'd be here. He said with you out of the way, he could start the great work again. He didn't want my responsometer. He wanted you. Why? Well, let's just say I never really got around to destroying the original. That's out of place. That should be there, right there with him. I never got around to destroying the original wheel. What? I figured with it out of the time stream, there would be no trouble. But you had no trouble destroying mine? Can we not argue about this? It's falling back into the time continuum. David, how am I supposed to get to you? I can't keep this long together. He's trying to grab the wheel, but then lock your mind onto what you want to grab. But instead of grabbing David, it grabs Gold's head. Why? Because of the ring.
Oh.
David, I'm sorry. David lands into this liquid but he lands outside of it. It's like, I didn't mean to. I swear. I thought I lost it forever, but when I saw it on his head, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Lock your mind on what you want. That's what you said. Please forgive me, David. I couldn't lose it again. The ring. Time then. As he's seeing them being like, all of you leave me be. I can't expect you to understand how I feel. Let's just say I don't feel like much of a hero tonight. Uh-oh. As then seeing the metal men are still working together, trying to fight their way through and everything, dealing with Magnitex as all this is from Chemo's writing, by the way.
Huh. As in that there was always an intelligence, but not a voice to say it out loud.
This is getting ridiculous. Where was he hiding? Metal men, go! Did you really just say that? The people below, they'll die, though they're trying to help them out. Listen to the humans. They're cheering their heroes. That's hilarious. Uh-oh, they're going to turn them into the death metal men again.
Yeesh.
Uh-oh. Except for gold and lead. We switch back again. I'm gold again. Whoa, I got fat. This is bad. My thoughts are clouding. Gold, it's up to you now. You got any ideas? Yeah, one. We switch places again.
Oh.
Oh, crap. Again, this is just so complicated.
Yeah, and way too much.
It is. Uh-oh, so he's now trying to work on everything. Hold on, David. I'm coming for you. David, can you hear me? Name is the number on the machine, but I managed to cobble together enough of Morrow's everywhere to send a grappling arm. Basically, the time collapse is still, until system collapse. Computer, shut up. Switch all reserve power to signal. He's trying to save him, but he's trying to grab something. There he is. Arm, grab it. Belated order. It's him, the nameless. I'm back where I started. Here's someone on the table. David. That's not David. Oh no, the metal men are in danger. An umbrella? Why did I think of that? Don't fret, lad. You would have 10 minutes from now. Besides, these MAs are the least of our concern. We got bigger problems. Yeah, dealing with the death metal men. Where's Union? Away from me, you death metal dunces. I am Union, master of atoms and... my binary code is a little shaky, but among some colorful suggestions of physical impossibilities, in other words, go F yourself. I gather he wasn't as fortunate as us and was unable to completely separate himself entirely from the Mara robot. Oh, yes, and turn around. We're about to die. What do you say now? He said, cool. The robot renegades are there to help.
Uh-huh.
They would enslave their own kind for their own goals. They are no better than the human overlords. Okay, I do like that.
Okay.
Union raises a good point, Lud. How did this monster run the company from right under your watchful eye? But you question my leadership? Oh, brother. So yeah, they're putting up a good fight trying to stop them all. And then, enough. Do not waste energy mourning over us, metal men. It seems of human sentiment. If you want our sacrifice to mean anything, then free your brethren from Manatech control and join us. Free them, we'd be glad to. But how? What did he just say? The Camerac, of course. They need to use that. You don't need to know math to understand what he just said. These guys wouldn't be acting like this if the doc were here. No, and well, he's not, lad. So we better start saving ourselves. Union, he's gone. Yeah, he got blasted. The metal man, I'll hold him up as long as possible. We can't let their sacrifice be in vain. Why, Gold? Why haven't we become like them? Camrock is essentially a star, fusion reactor. Even though we're only 2 numbers away on the atomic chart, that's why they're so close, because they are a few atomic, atoms away.
Okay.
We are star-wise quite different. Gold is formed early in the fusion process, while lead is the end result of radioactive life. Our presence seems to confuse the nuclei streams. Again, overly complicated, but still.
Yeah, you're gonna get the idea, but you can't see the full picture. You know that the picture is there, but it's hard to picture it.
Yeah. It's kind of like one of those seeing eye images. Is that a good analogy? There's a picture there, but it's covered in all this stuff that you really have to look hard into it to see it.
Yo, let's go with that.
But yeah, in the past, yes, Mother, I've seen the papers. We all okay here. Here, I hardly say it's the kind of press the company wants. Oh dear. Yes, Mom, I know a good man is hard to find. I'm working on it. Oh dear. Will was there confronts him. Your girlfriend. Isn't that presumptuous, Willie? I didn't see your name written on her. And believe me, I looked. You better watch your mouth, human. That's right, you iron monkey. I'm human. Some of us make you creatures. Others unmake you. Want to guess what kind I am? David, we need to... What's going on here? Helen? Oh no, this isn't good. Hey, you doll. My little buddy here was about to try and have his metal socks beat me up for seeing you. Colonel Magnus, you know he's made entirely of iron, don't you? Well, is it true? Are you here to beat up your brother? No, I just wanted to talk to him. Is this how you talk these days through your metal creation? At least we're not liars who kick their heels up every time some new boy tugs on their lab coat. Okay, ow!
Yeah. Speaking out of your turn, and then there's...
I'm sorry. Again, I'm not endeared to this platinum.
Yeah.
I prefer, yes, when she's smitten with Will, but at least, again, there showed loyalty and something about it gave her a personality. Other than just fembot bitch.
Yeah.
That's it. This guy on cork your metal witch, Will. Isn't that what you built her for when you can't get the real deal? Ow! What an ass!
Yeah.
So yeah, he's starting to beat him up, leading to a big fight, and then Helen got hit. Babe, are you all right? Did he hurt you? What?
Gosh. And you want out.
Again, we're almost done.
Yeah. It was somewhere around. Siinä.
Right here, 17. It's always around 17.
Yeah, it's always 17 for some reason.
Did you just say we heard her? He was? This would have and wouldn't have happened if Gold was here, babe. David, I'm fine. Just let me be. Look, she can't even stay with him. Platina, please stop. Helen, I know, I am too. Oh, brother, you got lucky, Magnus. Anytime, anywhere. Iron, let him be. We've already done enough damage for one day. Doc, don't you want to stop and talk to them? They're your peers. Isn't that what being a hero is all about? After all I taught you, Metal Man, can't you tell when we're not wanted? You're doing the right thing, Helen. Doesn't feel like the right thing. It's his destiny to be alone, Helen. It's what fuels his work. Everything about him is about a need to engage, to commune, whether it's with nature, himself, others. If he were to ever find real happiness, it will kill him. We'll do lunch, eh? My days of being a second thought are through. Even with my work on the Everware almost complete, I will bring such hell upon you. Look toward tomorrow, Magnus. I've already been there. Professor Morrow, it can't be. Magnus, he's basically coming here for help. I need your help.
Yeah.
Where am I? Middleman, we weren't destroyed. Uh-oh, this is where we saw about the Nameless. And turns out the Nameless has been utilizing Manhunter.
Oh.
Yep. And so shall you. Are you ready to be reborn? Or more rather, he's been corrupted by Manhunter. Or he's corrupted Manhunter. But yeah, of course, infinite.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, they're trying to report.
Good double meaning.
Yep. Now, they're trying to. I think he also knows what was the point of Copper when not even his own story utilized her much.
Mm.
I think that's why they dropped her.
Yeah, they had it was an idea that they couldn't hold on or carry on. Like it's pretty much like
why create another female robot if you're not if you gave all the fembot tendencies to Platina?
Yeah. It's pretty much also like with the Flash story we were talking about. You have the character established and show and give them a good moment to be, but there's the momentum. If you can't carry the momentum, then eventually it crashes and burns. And
so here they're saying they're building Copper because he can't rebuild Gold yet.
Uh-huh.
So I can understand that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they're having to take away a bunch of I'm lucky the banks haven't repossessed all of your spare parts because they don't have the backings anymore.
Yeah.
Oh geez, general overnight delivery. God.
Act of God.
The lamentations of a poor martyred hero, crucified between two thieves, eh, Magnus? Regrets of the past and fear of the future. Professor Morrow, looks like I missed the fire sale. So basically, he gives him the ring, because that was given to him by future Magnus. Who gave you this? Why, Will, you did. 5 years from now. I am aimless, the all-seeing eye. There is no secret or hidden knowledge that can be concealed. So yeah, basically, again, he's trying to take over. Again, he wants to turn all of Earth into a sentient machine, as we know.
Okay.
And we're seeing he's trying to work on it all. Meanwhile, then we're seeing basically we're going to have wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff as Will from the past brings his metal men to help save them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they're ready to destroy Will, but then this is where the past metal men show up. The metal men? How? And more to the point, when? Professor Morrow was telling the truth. Looks like we got here just in time. Professor Morrow, your machine's a miracle. Yes, I know. But what's happened? If we got out of the time field, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll just have to find out because you wonder what happened. They got out of the time field. It looks like nothing much. But yeah, basically big action sequence. Them dealing with them from across different points of their time and everything.
And then forget that it ever happened because.
Well, yeah, for the most part. And then now, of course, past Morrow was going to betray him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try it, Morrow. Magnus, I waited in the wings to see if you'll pull something like this. And Magnus, you are in trouble. And Professor Morrow, what's going on? You were not supposed to know about my everywhere. Well, no one was. The fact that you do means that somewhere along the line, I failed. I can't allow that to happen. I'm ending you all. Oh, dear.
Oh.
But the responsometer, Doc, I was too late. He flipped the switch. The temporal field's closing. We're returning to our own time. When we get there, remind me to sock Morrow in the jaw. This war is not through. Uh-oh. Helen, your brother. Helen, your brother, forgive them. Rebuild. No, you shan't escape. Lode, you fool, they did nothing but stall us. The machine returns to its proper time. Technically, it's not. It's with me. Once I made contact with Morrow's everywhere, I was able to piggyback over its frequency. I'm the one holding on to this location. And as you can hear, you're on borrowed time. I'm touching the ground. You are nowhere. So basically, all the history got undone now. It all caught up. That's what the Nameless was trying to prevent from what David started. David is over. Do you hear me? We did it. No, Doctor, we failed. We held on as long as we could, but the call was too strong. We are as our new master commands. Uh-oh! We are the end of the world. No, for all of his bold to talk of an all-seeing eye, the Nameless used my technology. Didn't he think that I wouldn't know every inch of my machines? So he uses a device to, the old responsometer wasn't powered by anything as mysterious as kinetic assembly or electron sampling. It drew on a much more understood technology. Mr. Tesla's alternating currents. Okay, and now we've seen Platinum actually be more like what we know her as, right at the very end.
Something that could be sneaked in there.
But yep, they're able to get Platina, control yourself. It's him. They're all back to normal now. And then we see Will is letting Helen go for her own safety. But he has forgiven them, and once again, 17.
Damn. What is it with 17?
I don't know. It's weird. Well, it was 18 that time.
Okay.
But thanks to having the ring and being able to rebuild the responsometer, he's able to rebuild gold. And then we see the metal man. It's like, that is my work. Actually, let me start it. We face the day with an ear on the past and an eye on the future. We never stop looking for answers. There's an old saying, a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what the ships are built for. I like that saying. They're meant to be out there on the horizon, looking for undiscovered land, bringing back news for those who could not make such trips themselves. That is my work. That is why I build. It is in those faraway places, away from all that is familiar. I make contact with something outside myself and return with a piece of the infinite. And although it means I must spend my days isolated from my fellow man, it is what makes me feel most alive. It is how I am built. For better or for worse, I have made it my life's commitment. When things get dark and difficult, I build. When all seems lost, I build. When the future is uncertain, I build. I build you, metal men. For when we are together, we have purpose. I create you as much as you define me. And if we get a little beat up along the way, one thing that time has taught me, everything broken can be rebuilt, even heroes. So we see the metal men there, but then at the very end, we see climbing out of that liquid stuff in Oolong Island is David, and now he is Viridium.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Where did that lead up to?
Nowhere. Now it would be what we would see next then was the Metal Man. A backup story done by the Bwahaha team of Keith Gibbon, Jamin DeMatteis, and Kevin McGuire. Well, first, this was something that was done during Mark Waid's Silver Age mini. But then here's where we really go. And this one, it's a comedy, obviously.
Joo, luonnollisesti.
But I just want to show this off very quickly. We have Gold is this pompous, it's a pompous, full of himself, leader. Platinum or Platina is she's still the fembot bitch, but still is also having her love for the doc. But they actually play up on it how she's trying to control herself of it. Mercury is still the hothead and everything, but one thing is they're trying to live in suburbia.
Yeah, that's.
I love it. She makes him dinner. He tries to eat it, and eat it. I love it. He's like, actually, dinner isn't half bad. A little chewy, and there's a slight overtaste that reminds me of white cardboard, but all things considered, not bad. You've already touched it. Up. Hey, out. Doc, you should be ashamed of yourself. It's not what you think. See what I mean? Again, playing this all up for comedy's sake. But I love it how they keep on getting Copper's name wrong. Constantly. And they actually play up the notion of people forget she's even there.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, we see this one guy. This was this robot. Unfortunately, because of them destroying a satellite, it totally destroyed a big special for this TV show that ends up causing them to kill it because they couldn't get the ratings.
Yeah.
Yep. Ooh, nice artwork there.
Yeah.
If you notice, each time Platinum looks slightly different. Basically, the guy goes completely nuts, and thus he's ready to, he actually thinks he's a show character. So now Copper, oblivious, ends up helping out, try to stop it through carelessness and the fact the guy's completely insane.
Oh, well, that.
Yep. So the guy runs off, and turns out Mercury's a big fan of the show. We see this one where we get a bunch of sentient mannequins.
Yeah.
Again, good ideas here. And you can definitely tell the artwork is great here.
Yo.
They want to rule the world, of course. Now this one they have a fill-in artist here, but even here it's still good.
Yeah, truly looks good.
Oh, I love this. Then they're basically trying to say about how she comes off like a 1950s housewife. Fact is, you're nothing like her, except when it comes to Doc Magnus, because they're comparing her to Mrs. Cleaver.
Okay.
But I love this. It's like, you seem to lose your independent spirited nature when the doctor's concerned, ma'am. I do not. Hello, is everyone there? I tried getting through on the communication. Doc! Okay, maybe you've got a point. But I love it. They over here like, we'll be right there. Chunk! What? I forgot to ask him where he was. You could say that again, crapper. That's Copper!
Yeah.
But as soon as they arrive there, I love, like, I thought you were buying me a present, but I hear you showering gifts on these hussies? Hussies? I wish. Gina, what in God's name are you talking about? And I use the term God in a non-literal sense, of course. The concept of supreme beef. I love the dialogue here, Just him like, come on, right there. I haven't read much, but right there, that one's hilarious. Like, and I use the term God in a non-literal sense. Of course, the concept of supreme being is actually laughable in the face of current scientific knowledge. I'm talking about you buying gifts for these trollops while I sit at home moving furniture, washing your underwear. She washes his underwear? Yuck. So what is she? And I love it. She's like, bring it on, bitch. And then later, like, don't you try to pretend you're not attracted. I'm attractive. For heaven's sake, they're trying to murder me. Oh, please. You think I'm going to fall for that? But then what do? She goes completely batshit. And look. But all right, that'll teach him to make eyes at my man. I didn't just say that, did I? I'm afraid you did, ma'am.
Yeah.
Like, if Doc looks so much at that debris, I'll kill him. Calm yourself, man. Oh, God, this is getting embarrassing. The way you've been carrying on lately, it's a wonder Doc doesn't toss your platinum tush in the wood chipper. And what I say? See what I mean? They're playing up about how Platinum is realizing her obsession over Doc.
Yeah.
See what I mean right there? That's good writing. It's done for comedic sake.
Yeah.
Oh, I love then this bit. They're dealing with Giganta, and then whoops. And then I love like you twisted robotic pervs. If I had a libido, it would be incredibly stimulated by now. What's a libido? If you have to ask, you don't deserve to know. Don't look up. Don't look up. Don't look up. But then it's like you can let me look, Tina. I'm totally asexual, right? And I want you to stay that way. So they agree then. Surrender, and they'll trade you a copper and platinum bikini for a quick, painless surrender. To which I love, dibs on the bra. Huh? What? Oh, yuck. I love that. Then he returns, and he's ready to blow up their house. But then I love it. He gets a phone call, and then it's like, Orc, is that you? But then he overhears like that they're going to bring the show back. Yes, Dan, I think it was that electrical shock I got back at the studio after they canceled me. Made me go completely out my nut. I thought I actually was Douglas Robot Hunter. Wait, what do you mean I am? No? Picked up by Sci-Fi? 22-episode commitment? And they made me executive producer? Yes! Just to be clear, Stan, you're not working for the overlords of Gore 14, are you? What? Of course it's a joke. Kind of. I love it how he just switched and notice he gets the phone call and boom, he switched right back.
And then
click. Oh crap. And then he's like, we're gonna have a brand new tomorrow, era of greatness. Boom. Because that's when they dropped doing the backup stories, but okay, I just want to show that to make up for having to slog through the other stuff, but okay, first, what did you think of the main mini? Good ideas.
Yeah, good ideas. You see that there was something that it was going around, but then, the tiny privacy for it going back and forth and doing loops.
And the artwork didn't help because it didn't show much difference. You know what would have worked? 3 different artists.
Yes.
To let us know the difference between each time period. Because I'm sorry, especially Duncan Rouleau's artwork does not show the difference that much.
Yeah, the humans and the middlemen look too similar, and
yeah, I mean, okay.
Obviously, it also look at with the early versions. They was trying very hard to compensate to show that these are robots, these are humans.
Exactly. But again, there was a lot that I liked. Like again, Teomaro was humanized big time. He still becomes a complete and utter dick by the end, but you understand what pushed him there.
Yeah.
And again. I gotta say though, as much as I liked how they showed different personalities, in the end they kind of blended together. Would you agree? Like this was like the complaints we had with the last mini, but without like it felt like Gold and Lead were the only ones that stood out, but even then they didn't act that much different.
Yo, it was kind of the personalities did pretty much blend together more or less. And yeah, with Gold and Lead. They were shown more because they had to switch each other.
Yeah, and Platinum again. Where's Platinum? I'm sorry, I did not like how Platinum was handled here, and she's my favorite.
Yeah, clearly, this is something that they have to make different.
I get they were trying to remove that aspect of her, but again, why go full fembot? I'm a bitch, and I know it.
Yeah, it was like. Was that seriously the best replacement personality that they could have thought of?
I did love the use of the actual elements. I did love that. That was phenomenal. You know, how they utilized the science. I can say the Nameless wasn't a bad villain and everything. And Magnatech wasn't that bad once you realize they were 2 separate things, but
yeah, still it was kind of like
too much.
Yeah, and too many cooks in the kitchen to push in the story.
Too many ideas because it was just one cook. That's the funny thing. It was just one cook.
Yeah, but okay. If the characters doing stuff, this is actually like I say there were characters moving the story, but there are too many characters to pay attention to.
Exactly, and overall, like I said, by the end of it all, there's a reason why this felt too disconnected from the greater DC universe. That's the other thing.
Yeah, it's kind of.
They mentioned Superman, but we never see anything. And aside from that mention of Superman, And the fact that it ties into Oolong Island, which was in 52, not too much else ties into the greater DC universe here.
Yeah, that's kind of another that sandbox thing that I principal thing important. That it's set in with everyone else, but it doesn't show those everyone else. Not even as so more background cameos or reactionary cameos.
Okay, except for Tio Morrow.
Yeah, Tio Morrow was the only one.
But then again, he's so tied into Magnus, you know. But like I said, I mean, those backup stories I showed you by Giffen, Demetrius, and McGuire were much better for as short as it was.
Yeah, that was. I'm probably gonna try reading that on my own time.
Yeah, because like I mean, it showed different personalities, but I gotta say, Platinum was his. I've always covered Platinum was best in the Didio run, if you ask me.
Yeah.
With the Mike Collins Jurgens one being a good second place. By comparison. But again, the problem is I feel the problem with the Metal Men is there's too many of them, if you ask me. It's one of those group things where it's so easy to make them be a homogenous voice, except for Platinum. Would you agree with that? Like, it's always the downside with it. It's like, yes, they can each have their own personalities, but unless you have them always squabble every moment they're in together, once they work as a team, they homogenize then. Have you noticed that? Like when they're squabbling is when they have their most personality. When they're working as a team, most writers seem to go in with them again.
Two-edged sword in that.
Yeah. I mean, at least here with this one, at least with those backup stories, I can tell you, if you read them all, you actually do see, they each have a unique personality. I mean, this is from the guys who did the Blah Ha Ha Justice League, so they know how to give a team different personalities.
Like
I said, I feel bad for Copper. She was created and no one knew what to do with her at all.
Yeah, turn into another pattern screamer.
Yeah. But again, I mean, now, out of all the miniseries we've gone over, what would you give your final thoughts on each of the minis, starting with the 90s mini? Like, how's that compared to the others, is what I mean.
It's... I think there was a good middle, good in the middle kind of stuff. It kind of dragged about with the human halves and the whole and gold being replaced with Magnus being turned into
in the Viridium,
yeah, and
then you have what was the affair in waiting? It was him and Platinum or Tina.
That's also the.
But I would say that did give a lot of personalities. They were just a bit cliche personalities, if you ask me. Like, Led turned out, pizza delivery guy. Tin was the janitor.
Those were kind of personalities that were thought up and not explored too much. Maybe they would have probably needed one more issue to do that.
One or two more. But I mean, the only one that was endearing was Iron because of the family issues. But then that gets resolved quickly.
Yeah, and Mercury didn't even get anything.
Mercury didn't get any at all. He was just a hot-headed, co-worker.
Yeah, and even Platina was
did
she even have a life outside or before?
Yeah, either was Will or David. Nope, she was a wife and worker. But again, the fact that was, like I said, a affair ready to happen. And again, then Gold dies and they don't seem to care. It's like, really? Your brother died and then you just move on?
Yeah, kind of sad in that sense. Didios kind of was... Didios kind of was then something of a...
It felt like it was trying to reinvent them, but move them forward, but not overhaul them.
Yeah.
Is that a good way of putting it?
Yeah, it's kind of one or the other, like reinvent while going forward, or start with a clean slate with a reinvention, or have them be the same as they are always and have them be like, just going through life with different superheroics. That can end up getting stagnated.
I mean, the only problem we had with that one was the reveal of how much of a creeper that Will could be.
Yeah, or from or maybe.
Well, I'll be honest, I prefer the Will Helen stuff here over that one.
Yeah.
But here though on this one, this felt too much like. I mean, again, I can see why most people hardly touched the Metal Men again after this, except for the backup stories until Jeff Johns brought him back during New 52 during Forever Evil.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Because yeah, hardly anyone touched them. Now, granted, I do think the Metal Men are. You need the right people who are fans to write them. Otherwise, they're just disposable robot minions.
Yeah.
Which true. I hate. I hate when that happens. I hate when they're disposable
some
robots.
Fan could probably, if some new fan comes to do another series after that, it was just look all the previous series, take the best out of both and build them on that.
I still say, I've been saying this before. I would just love to have Platinum join the Justice League. Get her away from Will, but have her a chance to grow as a robot character. And because of all of them, she's the one who I think stands out the most and can work in the league. I think Gold would be and Mercury would be too much of a hothead. Gold would be too much wanting to be the leader because he's so used to being the leader. Tin is too nervous, unfortunately. And Iron might be able to work, but I think he's too. There's too much inconsistency for him.
Yeah, he would probably be best served as the number 2 guy in a 2 team up.
Yeah, because I've noticed Iron's always inconsistent with his characterization out of all of them. The first one, he's the loyal, dedicated, but and then we find out he's the father, being a father and everything. Then we find that in the Dios one, he's just the muscle. And in this one, he's a bit like the bitter, angry, like, what'd you say? Like he's ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Whereas, and Lead is too dim. Lead is too dim. That's what I'm saying. Of all of them, Platinum is the one who fits best.
Yeah, it could probably be something of a characterization role that getting more world where the world on something is just look at the life on a different case before away from everyone else and from Magnus.
Because of all of them, again, she's the only one. I think she's the only one that, like I said, her love for Will allowed her to show other facets of a personality that the others, like all the others, are fixated on their personalities. They're, again, leadership heroics, anger, dim-wittedness, nervousness, and strengths. Whereas Platinum might be romance, but romance leads to multitude of other emotions and everything to play off of. Again, as we saw in the Deals Run, it led to loyalty. It led to, all that other stuff that she was showing even before the ex-Metal Man, destroyed her responsometer and expanded her.
Yeah.
Where we were seeing that stuff beforehand, that she was the most human of them.
Yeah.
But again, for me, the Middlemen are a good one, but I think they've also gone through the problem of being reinvented too many times. Would you agree with that? It's like they can never get the right people to work on it. I do think the deal was the closest of all the ones we've gone over.
Yeah, and here all got to do it as a farewell project.
Yeah, unfortunately, but overall, now I would say this: artwork-wise, Shane Davis was I would say Shane Davis was the best.
Yeah, that's not gonna be. Yeah,
was Jurgen's close? Was Jurgen's close? Then Kevin McGuire for those backup stories.
Yeah, those are pretty much, but it wasn't too cartoony like in this series.
Yep, but then Duncan Rouleau, again, great artist, but he's an acquired taste artist. And again, just having him be the writer and artist on this, and I don't know how much this was Morrison. I think it was the time travel stuff was Morrison, I think.
Yeah, because 52 was already a lot of time traveling with Multiverse Booster.
Yeah, exactly. But again, overall, it was nice going over all these Metal Men books, if you ask me. And
yeah.
I think we saved the worst for last. Again, this wasn't bad. I give it a 6 out of 10,
Yeah.
It'd be higher if I understood most of it.
Yeah, 6 for ideas, for the ideas, and minus points for the execution, pacing, and,
Convolutedness.
yeah.
Because that was the issue. It was so convoluted. It's kind of like reminds me of, funny enough, given how it's premiering right now as we're recording this, DC 1 million. Would you agree with that? Doesn't this remind you more of DC 1 million in that regard?
Yeah, with the word solidness and other stuffs, and
yeah, just again, I think it was just too much. You had a writer who was too much Morrison-y, like I said. Again, and Morrison can do simple stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, look at what happened with Final Crisis. Now, of course, that was Final Crisis was after this and after DC 1 million. But I think by that point, Morrison had found a much better. I think moments like that, again, this was Duncan, but this was Duncan channeling Morrison. So I feel like, you know, this is the, when you hear people say like, oh, Grant's trying to, you know, acting like he's talking down to us. I hate to say it felt like Duncan was talking down to us, didn't it?
Yeah.
It felt like I know more than you. Whereas Morrison in Final Crisis felt more like, I'm up here, let me bring you up to my level.
Yo.
Would you agree with that? Where it's like,
yo, that's better.
Yeah, but that's what this Middleman series felt like. It felt like, I'm above you. You're not going to figure out what I'm saying, are you?
Yeah. Just.
But yeah, so yeah, that was Metalman. Thank you. Anything else you want to say, Pika? Anything else you want to bring up?
Well, it made it. At least this got me in more inclined to go see to look at the Metalman in a more interesting way, and check out some of the other stuff they've been on also.
Definitely, but yeah, so. And that's what I was hoping for, because again, the Metalmen really are a very interesting group of heroes when done well. But it's one of those cases where they don't need to be overhauled, but people feel the need to overhaul them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because in some cases I get it's technology marching forward, but in the case of with Will Magnus, yes, he's a scientist, but at the same time he does magic, magic science.
Yeah, kind of. And he has the personality of an absent-minded professor.
Most of the time, yeah. Although, I still love it when I told you, like, what in God's name? And I use the God not in the literal sense. That explains a lot about Will right there, right? Like, like he doesn't believe in God, which why would he, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, Kevin McGuire kind of drew Will Magnus a lot like from OMAC Project. Max Lord. Did you know they looked a lot like Max Lord?
Yeah, kind of similar, maybe.
But it's a similar build.
Yeah, similar build, but not as athletic, like kind of somewhat.
Yeah, but in the face, you would mistake him.
Yeah.
But I wish those backup stories would have continued, because that was great. I mean, again, I love that with Platinum. Again, just keeps catching herself. Like, I love it. They amp up her obsession with Doc to 11, but then have her realize, like, what is wrong with me? You know what I mean? It's like, I love it. Like, she's a strong, independent woman, except when it's almost like she's almost like Harley, except it's programmed into her.
Yeah.
Because that's how Harley could be until Joker gets involved.
Yeah, that's how she used to be.
Right. But anyway, so yeah, let's wrap things up. Thank you so much, Pika, and thank you everyone else for joining in. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
And may your heart be a guiding key.